We have been waiting for this moment for so long, and here it is, Boruto time skip. We start with seeing Sarada and her new outfit in front of the door leading to the Hokage office. After she enters, she starts arguing with Shikamaru, who apparently is the new Hokage, that she already explained to him many times and why he doesn't understand. Shikamaru tries to explain that he gave him many chances and also he crossed the line first, not to say that he's a traitor who killed the Hokage and tried to kill Kawaki too. He cannot go unpunished. Sarada tries again saying that his promise is wrong and Boruto will never kill the 7th Hokage and at least to give him a chance to tell his side of the story. Konohamaru steps in saying why he ran if he's not guilty, and that they also have Ada's Senrigan eyewitness testimony. If someone ordered your death, wouldn't you run too? Please cancel the order and hear him out, Sarada said. Shikamaru told her that it doesn't depend only on him because the sanction against Boruto isn't just in line with Konoha laws, it's the will of the people too. Many of those living here are still angry about his betrayal, so even if I leave my order, people will stay unconvinced. Sarada is speechless and Shikamaru adds that this is the end of the conversation and it is the last time they talk about this, and if she understands, then she should go back to her mission. Sarada shouts at them, making them fools. Konohamaru doesn't accept this disrespect towards the 8th Hokage and she should watch her attitude. Shikamaru calms him down. He continues saying that if Sarada continues like this, she will never become a Hokage. Sarada replied, is it because my father is a traitor too, just like Boruto? Shikamaru clarifies that it has nothing to do with that, but rather with the duty of a shinobi from the Hidden Leaf village. Sarada angrily said that the Lord 7 brought back her father Sasuke, who had left the village and committed a felony, and Lord 7 became a Hokage despite being a genin. She continued saying that Naruto, the Lord 7, is her example, not you. Then we switch to Naruto and Hinata, who are asleep in another dimension, and we see Kawaki standing in front of them and staring without saying anything. We switch back to Sarada, who is still angry about what happened, and Sumire tries to calm her down, saying that it isn't Shikamaru's fault. After all, everyone has been changed by the omnipotence and they don't realize it, and in fact in their eyes it was us who changed. Lord 7's son is Uzumaki Kawaki, this is the reality for them. Sarada adding that Boruto is now the outsider who betrayed them all and at first they felt it contradicted everything. Kawaki was born and raised here and had a body remodeled by Kara. Also, what happened to Momoshiki? Sarada word is saying that this ability brainwashed them completely and how to compete with such a ridiculous power. Now we go to Ada and her little brother Damon, asking if they still didn't give up. Ada saying that like her charmed omnipotence, she started to understand it just now more about this ability. Then we see that Sarada and Sumire went to Ada for help and that they can't give up yet. Ada knows that this ability realizes your wish and turns it into the reality, and that is a Shinjutsu from the Otsutsuki. Also, this situation was created by Kawaki's wish. This ability changed everyone's memory and as a result their position was swapped. Sarada said that there must be a way to turn things back, and if she know how. Ada replied with I don't know, and maybe an option would be if they would tell everyone about this ability, but no one will understand it. Sarada saying it would if we explain it well. Ada said they should think again. After all, they are all the only ones that will be accused of having a wrong memory, and it would be better if they would just give up on returning back and actually try to rewrite a new memory. Sumire said that this is so cruel, but Ada has a question and that's why Sarada and Sumire aren't affected by it. After all, they aren't Otsutsuki. We found out that this ability doesn't work on Otsutsuki and either the charm on people who have the same bloodline with Ada, but the case of Sarada and Sumire are different. Why are they able to have the past memories? Ada asked them if they're really charmed by her. Sumire and Sarada are silent and we see a flashback with Shikamaru, who said that to not let them find out about it, especially Damon, that the charm won't work on them and that if they find out there's no guarantee what they do to you. Sumire breaks the silence, saying that there is no way that the charm won't work on them. Ada agreed with what Sumire said, but Damon is not really convinced and is looking suspicious on Sumire and Sarada. We switch to Kawaki, who's talking with Mitsuki, telling him to calm his killing instinct. Mitsuki is worried because Boruto is still after Kawaki and that he can erase his chakra. Kawaki to calm him down said if he comes to Konoha he will know. Mitsuki swore to protect him and that for sure he will kill him with his hands. Kawaki said do what you want, but he doesn't like how he follows him. Kawaki received an iron signal that they found claw marks outside of the wall. Kawaki is asking for the location and right away he went there. Then we see Himawari, how she trains with Chocho. What interesting is that they ask her why so sudden she wants to become strong, and her answer was to help Boruto. Everyone shocked to ask her why. She replied with that in her head he is different. Shikadai tries to understand what she's talking about because he killed her father. She said that she feels like he's the one who protected my father and I with his life, and that kind of a person wouldn't kill my father. There must be a reason behind it, and if she's right, Boruto is in a big trouble. And also, Himawari feels like that Naruto is still alive somewhere. We go back to Kawaki, who uses Ishiki eye to shrink the claw marks. Kawaki told Shikamaru to gather the investigation team to see if Code had put elsewhere the claw marks. But before they can do anything, from a claw mark comes a Code's monster. The monster destroys everything until Kawaki steps in and fights the monster. Sarada is caught in the middle of monsters which appeared one after the other, and finally we see Code too. Sarada is asking what's his business here, and he replied that he's looking for Boruto. Sarada told her that he isn't here and that he left 3 years ago. Code said that he knows that and he's been chasing him for the past 2 years, and he thinks that it's a good idea to call him here. And he did, cause Boruto appeared from nowhere, stepping with his foot on Code's face and saying that because of his ideas are a woman away from him. And with this, we see Boruto and Sarada together against Code. We see Code and Boruto with Sarada. Code said that he has been looking for Boruto and didn't expect to meet him so fast, and if this is the case, he should have come to Konoha sooner. Boruto orders Code to take out the monsters while he still can, and he will spare his life. Code is looking right at Boruto while Sarada is shocked. Code is looking at Boruto disgusted, and he proceeds to say that 2 years ago, didn't you run away from me without doing anything? You are telling me that you'll spare my life? Boruto politely saying to Code that he heard it and that if he understands, he should go, cause he won't get away with just his left eye. Code surprised that Boruto is coming here and laughing, he can't help it but laugh. Boruto starts saying to Sarada that there's a lot of people out there who didn't make it, and she should go take care of that and leave Code to him. Sarada, worried, is asking Boruto if he's alright. Boruto said that they will talk later, first she needs to stay alive. Sarada is again a lot of shock seeing Boruto and the way he acts now. Then we switch to Shikadai, he's using shadow bind technique on the monsters while Chocho punches them. From above, using a drone board, we see Inojin and Himawari saying incredible. Chocho gets courage saying that they're just numbers, they ain't much. From a monster comes another monster which catches Chocho off guard. Shikadai warned her and she is saved by Inojin using the drone bird. Inojin told her not to let her guard down, fat ass. Chocho shouts at him, thanking and saying that she isn't a fat ass. Right after that, the bird loses its balance and Himawari falls. A monster appears out of nowhere and tries to attack her. Shikadai sees something coming and Kawaki says, out of my way. Inojin took Himawari in his arms while Kawaki kicked the monster. But that wasn't enough, the monster stood up and now reunited Himawari is saying thank you big bro. Kawaki said to stop calling him that and he told her this many times. Shikadai interrupts this moment, saying that this monster is different, it's more like superior. Then the monster appeared behind Kawaki and took him on the ground. What is interesting is that the monster has a renegade. Everybody shouts worried Kawaki. He's struggling to escape from his hands. The monster wants to bite him, but Shikadai saved him using Shadow Possession Jutsu. Kawaki activates his karma and destroyed him, but is it in vain because the monsters regenerate? Shikadai worries that there is no end to them and wonders how many of them are there. Kawaki doesn't care cause he will destroy every single one of them. Then we switch back to Boruto and Code. We see how Boruto is surrounded by the monsters. One of them is trying to attack Boruto and for the first time we see Boruto using his sword, cutting the monster like it's nothing. We see Code closely watching every action Boruto does. Then all the monsters start attacking Boruto all at once. He starts cutting every single one of them without using any ability, just his sword. Then they start looking at each other and Code realized that Boruto is not bluffing. Boruto told him to stop bringing the monster cause in no time he will have no one left. Code told him to not get too cocky just because he killed a few, there's plenty more of them out there. Besides, they're just tools for me. Boruto proceeds to say that he doesn't understand the true horrors of the Ten Tails. Code responds, what did you say? Then we switch again, but this time to Sarada. We see her using the Great Fireball technique on the monsters and using Shidori too. The shinobis are speechless at how good she is and wondering how she is again it. Sarada replied, it doesn't matter, right? Whatever I'm gaining or joining. While she talks, a monster appears behind her, trying to bite her, but is saved by a shinobi. He tries to escape but he can't. Now we see what the bites of the monsters do, and that is turning them into the tree. More of them are cuffed and turn into trees. Sarada is looking confused on what's happening. Then we go back to Code and Boruto. Code said that he knows about the Ten Tails. They eat Otsutsuki, and the truth is they're just beasts that feeds on anyone and everyone on instinct until the time they find an Otsutsuki. Boruto replied that normally that might be true, but Code modified them. Boruto continues saying that there's still time. Code held the ropes to hold them and that he can annihilate them right now, otherwise they're headed for the worst future that everyone can imagine. Code doesn't understand what his point is. After all, when the 10 tells Eitosuke will become a divine tree and this plant is going to perish. After all, this is the objective he has. Boruto gives Code another chance to live in exchange for the place where Code hid Tentel's real body. Code asks if he has lost his mind. Boruto Code also said that he can kill Code easily if he wants to, and if he dies, at least say something important. Code doesn't believe what Boruto said and it will be the other way around. Boruto is saying that after all there is no saving for this idiot, and starting doing Rasengan. Code said to himself that he doesn't think I knew about it, and the chapter ends with Boruto doing a new Rasengan, the Rasengan Uzuhiko. Well guys, this chapter was insane, and if you want us to continue, then you know what you have to do. Peace.